All right. Welcome to Happy Hour with Lito. I'm your boy Lito. I got a special guest today, Mr. Houston Alexander. How you doing, sir?
No, it all depends on what type of special, Kev, you're talking about. You want Ben Hand special? You want Ben Hand special? What type of special do you want, brother?
Man, I just want you to know this is an honor and a privilege for me. You know what I'm saying? To talk to you. I've seen you, seeing you on television and stuff like that, fighting. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
sir.
It's just super dope. So I just want to
Now,
thank you.
Kev, where were you based out of?
I'm in Dayton, Ohio.
Dayton, Ohio. So
Yes, sir.
your Ohio State man. What happened to him in the championship game? What happened, man?
Listen, when our running back went down, and after he ran like first play of the game, he went down.
Okay, see, I didn't see the first play of the game. So that's you think that's what happened? The
Hurt
running
his
back went
shoulder.
out.
Yeah, he hurt his shoulder, and then our backup running back came in. He's good, but the problem
He
is
ain't first string good.
he's not. He's not. He will be, but he's
Yeah.
not. He's not where he need to be at. I mean, as far as he's super athletic, but he missed some
He's
key.
not first string good yet.
Right. He missed some key passing. Now he will be the man probably this season coming up because the other guy, he's going to the league.
Well, a lot of people saying that Ohio State didn't deserve to be there. So
Oh, yeah.
What do you say being an Ohioan?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. The COVID stopped a lot of, it's not like they didn't want to play. They just wasn't able to.
And it's funny how all the teams from down south with all the people in the Bible Belt, we're gonna call out a whole lot of teams when they didn't care who was on the field.
Right.
They wanted to play.
Exactly. And it was
after the team could have got COVID, they still wanted to play.
And they still would have wanted to play. It was crazy. I mean, I was just like, listen, you can't blame Ohio State for that. I mean, they just weren't able to play.
You're right. Like, hey, man,
and even in the championship, we still had people out.
Well, you know what? Hey, either or, they always whooping Nebraska's ass. I don't know why. Why that is. Same colors, but they set tripping all the time. Boy, they're whooping on Nebraska's ass.
Nebraska had a few good teams, though. I mean, y'all had some good teams.
And that's maybe in the early 2090s, but right now we're not looking too good, brother.
Not looking too good. Well, look, first and foremost, I want to say, you know what I'm saying? How are you dealing with the pandemic yourself?
Hey, man, I'm keeping it moving, man. I've always kept things moving, so it don't matter whether it be if I'm DJing a spot, because I've always been DJing ever since I was fighting.
Okay.
Or if I'm, if I'm doing something, I'm always doing something that's making some type of money in the end. So, but I know we were supposed to have this interview yesterday, but what I suggested to you was we do it today. And why did I suggest that we do it today?
So we could talk about UFC 257.
Oh man, how crazy was that, man? I tried to tell you. I said, hey, brother, I tried to tell you.
Man, listen. You know what's crazy? I felt like he was gonna be rusty anyway.
Okay, well, ring rust is real for all my fight fans out there, and for people that do actually fight. Ring rust is real because you have to keep the people that are always winning are the people that you constantly see in the ring all the time. So ring rust is real. But last night. And how do you pronounce is it Poirier?
Dustin Poirier.
Poirier, because he's French. He's French.
He's from
Louisiana.
Louisiana. Yeah.
And McGregor, but I saw McGregor's face last night, and he looked tired.
He looked tired.
If you go back and look at the opening, at the introductions, he looked tired.
Mm-hmm.
He looked tired, and he didn't look ready. The Poirier. Or if that's how if I'm butchering his name, my bad. He looking in his eyes, he looked ready. He looked hungry.
He looked like he wanted that more than Conor. He wanted that very much. Like, I mean, because that first time they fought, Conor knocked him out in 40 seconds.
Man, but they were again. They were younger in the game. They're a little older right now. They're a little wiser.
Mm-hmm.
The skill set is different. And and I would just like to see, and it's probably too late in Conor's career to see him go try to wrestle somebody, but you know
Yeah,
he's
it's
not
too
going to do
late for
that.
him. He's
You
not.
know, it's too late for the wrestling deal.
Yeah,
So,
I think what happened
you
too.
know, I'm sure he'll kick back. You know, but what I didn't like as a fighter, seeing all these excuses that the announcers that people were making for him.
Yeah,
You know, oh, just ring rust, right? No, you just got your ass whooped.
yeah, and he said too.
You
He
know
said,
that?
the better man won, and
Yeah,
he also said that he said, last year I was supposed to fight 3-4 times. I only
yeah.
fought once, so he said I ain't fought in a year. So he's like,
But say again,
yeah,
ring rust is very important for all you fighters out there. You want to stay active when you're doing this type of fighting, if you could, and if you're
mhm.
healthy. You know what I'm saying? That's why
And
Mike Tyson. That's why Mike Tyson. He was knocking people out earlier in his career.
mhm.
Mike Tyson was knocking them out. Boom. He was fighting every 2 months.
Right, that's crazy. That's
He was
crazy.
fighting every 2 months, so he wasn't getting hurt because he was knocking people out. So
Yeah, that's crazy.
you want to stay active, man, and when you're on this level because it keeps you sharp.
Hmm.
And
And those
I
calf kicks,
posted, what's that?
that he wasn't checking none of them.
And you know, and it's not that he wasn't checking them. I don't think he this guy's game developed, man. It developed into something else because
Hmm.
he wasn't leg kicking at first. You know, now he's leg kicking, and Conor doesn't check leg kicks. You know,
Yeah.
and what's so interesting now is as I go back and look at fights when I was fighting specifically the Kimbo one, they weren't they didn't have the same type of judges back then. I don't think they were educated in mixed martial arts to where they thought that leg kicks weren't strikes.
Mm.
Any type of strike to the body
Right.
is a strike. And I don't think they counted leg kicks back then, because if they did, I would have easily won fights back then. But
You stopped somebody with leg
the
kicks.
game
I can't
has
remember his name.
evolved. What was that?
You stopped somebody with leg kicks. I can't remember his name.
The game has evolved, and now we have better educated judges. So you see, the leg kicks is no joke.
Yeah, for sure.
The leg kicks are no joke. You get to hit the calf, you hit the thigh, it's a wrap. You can't move. You can't stand. You can't if you can't hold position or throw your punches when your legs are not stable. You're not able to punch. So
Hmm.
I'm that was a good game plan that the Portier the coaches had.
Yeah, because Conor has a wide stance, so
Kind of has a wide stance.
Yeah.
That's a kickboxer's dream.
Yep.
Or a Muay Thai guy's dream.
Mhm.
When you see that, you go after the leg. Look at the last fight that Bones Jones had with the Muay Thai guy from Brazil.
Oh yeah.
Even with the messed up knee, the Muay Thai guy was not giving up, and he kept kicking at Bones Jones's leg, and Bones Jones, he couldn't even walk out that ring. They had to carry him out.
Yeah, that's true. But John Jones is a bad mother of.
But see, as bad as he was losing that fight to them leg kicks.
That's true. He was losing.
Guy, and I forget the fighter's name at the time.
Yeah, I can't think of his name.
Yeah, we forgetting the name of these fighters, but the gentleman from Brazil who was doing Muay Thai, he messed his knee up, Kev, and still went 5 rounds with this man. Still caused damage with the busted knee.
Or his ACL, didn't he? Or something.
Yeah, he bent his knee all the way back, and still was causing damage and was still kick. That's the mentality of a Muay Thai fighter.
Whew.
We're gonna kick until the last kick is thrown.
I'm gonna tell you his name. Thiago Santos. That's his name.
Thiago Santos. Now, if you anybody watched that fight, watch afterwards how Mr. Bones Jones was carried out of the ring.
Yeah, they carried him.
And the Brazilian was carried out too, but he was carried out because he tore something. Jones was carried out because he got hit with something the whole fight.
So let me ask you, of course, God bless the dead. Kimbo is gone. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
How was that training for that fight, or like when did you find out you were going to be fighting him?
You know what? Before we found out we was gonna be fighting Kimbo, I think we got a call and they asked me to fight him, and I think me at the time, and even at any time, when you present a position for me to be in, to where I'm fighting anybody, I'm taking the fight. I never turn down a fight. I'm not scared of nobody. I don't have reservations of fighting nobody. That's just the bottom line. And when they gave us the call, we was like, yeah, let's go ahead. But here's where I should have took the fight with urgency. And when I say urgency, I was just thinking, oh, it's a regular guy to me, regular guy, regular fighter, and let's go. But my sense of urgency should have been maybe a little bit higher when it came to fighting Kimbo, because he was highly taunted. But as a fighter, we don't care about what your position is or how many people you. When we get in that ring, it's me and you, brother.
Right.
It don't matter who it is, and that was my that's something I wish I would take back, is my sense of urgency fighting Kimbo.
So did you have that same urgency fighting Jardine?
Man, I trained, and I think what it was with Jardine is a little bit different, because mentally I was probably a different fighter. Because by the time I got to Kimbo's fight, UFC wise, we had back then training camps were a little bit different, because we had to go to this gym to get maybe Muay Thai, this gym to get boxing, this gym to go get grappling. We didn't have the all-in-one gym back then. We had to travel the country or travel to the gyms to get different skill sets.
Right.
And as the MMA grew, I was being thrown a lot of different information at the time, because I knew how to fight. I've had several fights before even getting to the UFC. People don't know I've had over 100 fights probably before that.
That's crazy.
We just didn't have YouTube back then. we had
VHS.
The VHS. And there's plenty of fights on VHS back in the day, but yeah, man, it was and I trained no different, but my mindset was just a little bit different, because I went from pit bull to tamed pit bull, because anytime you had to think about the moves, or anytime you got to think about the transition, you're already a step behind.
Gotcha. All I know is I remember watching that fight, you and Jardine, with my brother, and those uppercuts. First of all, the knees, but the uppercuts as well.
And again, when you go in and you already know what you're doing, and you just execute. There was no hesitation. Once I do this, I do this, I do this, I do this. Once we started, and again, after that, the UFC just started throwing everything but the kitchen sink at me. Yeah. So instead of having two great fights and then kind of easing into other fights, they threw everything at me. Like okay, and I had no problem with that. But when you're trying to develop talent for your company, you got two hard fights where you fought two guys who were in the top maybe 20 in the world. But then at this time, let's get a few easier fights so we can build your fighter up. They threw everything at me, but the kitchen sink, and I don't blame them, because I was that caliber of fighter. But with that, and learning all these different positions and transition and different moves and different styles, instead of just fighting, I was out there thinking. When you're out there thinking, it's a wrap. But Jardine, that was me being who I really was. I didn't go out. When I went out there, I gave 110%, and I wanted to bite people's noses off back then.
Wanted all the smoke, all the smoke. So, was there anybody that you were supposed to fight that you didn't get a chance to?
Oh man, there was a few fighters on the table, and a lot of the people, even back in those earlier divisions of the light heavyweight division back then. If I would have won, a few more fights, I would have probably been in contention for the championship. And so at the time, you already know who had the belt back then. It was Rampage.
Yeah.
So we could have, that could have easily.
That'd have been a
went
good
that.
fight. That'd have been a good
Yeah, that
fight.
would have been, that would have been an easy, get
Because
down right there.
Rampage not gonna he's not gonna hump your leg. Rampage, I said Rampage wasn't gonna hump your leg.
Nah, he wasn't going. No, they wouldn't put no leg up right there.
He would have been straight up fist.
Yeah, shouts out to Jardine and Rampage and all those guys, man. We kind of I believe our generation of fighters kind of helped out this generation of fighters that are up now, because I believe even back then I had social media, was already tweeting, and I was already doing all those social media deals, and I think the UFC even back in like 2009 were kind of catching up to social media, and I was kind of already on it because I was already in radio. I was in radio. I was, again, DJ. I was doing all those things already. So to see the UFC catch up to social media the way they have today has helped out a lot of fighters doing their thing now. So you got guys, they got so many people in the UFC, you just don't know who's who.
That's true. Was the pay good back then, like with the sponsorship and everything?
It was decent pay, man. Again, you're an independent contractor when you work for these companies, so you negotiate what's fair for yourself. So it was still good money. I didn't complain.
Cool, that's what's up. So,
but they're making more money now. With the bigger, of course, you should make more money when you're the star and you're bringing in all the pay-per-views and you're doing all that stuff. But I think again with so many fighters in the UFC right now, if you're not a really breakout star like McGregor or Khabib or anything like that, or Jones, you're not going to get that high marks with the MMA.
So do you have anybody that you like right now in UFC?
Oh man, I like the Style Bender. I like the Style Bender.
Izzy, yeah.
I like Khabib. I like the guy from Miami. Mazadov.
Yeah.
Mazadov. Yeah, I like it. Those are my three all top that I can name right now that I like. I like those guys. Of course, I like Jones. Jones is very technical, but Khabib, Style Bender, and Mazadov those are the three guys I like watching the fight.
Yeah. You like
nobody wants to smoke with Khabib. Nobody.
You know what? It's crazy about Khabib. Like every time I think somebody can beat him.
Nah, come on, man. What is the bottom line to every fight? Even if you watch a street fight, you watch a bar fight, everybody always ends up on the ground.
That's true. That's true.
Everybody's slipping. You're slipping. That you might get that one hitter quitter knockout. But guess what? Everybody always end up on the ground, and when you end up on the ground, that Khabib he's on you like white on rice, man. He becomes one of the a body part. That's how tight he is on you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is usually. I've never seen nobody take you down and then use their legs to lock your legs up. Like, because he'll be over the top of you, but he'll use his legs and he'll fold them. If there was
someone, and I think he has a different strength, because if there was someone that could take him, or if there's someone that could counteract him and take him down, I think that you would see one of the best probably grappling displays in the UFC. If you have two guys that have the same style, taking each other down and trying to submit each other. I think that would probably be one of the best submission type fights you would see in the UFC.
Yeah, I'd like to see him against Nate Diaz. I think
that's not
submission wise.
Nate, that's not. Nate is a tall guy.
Yeah,
and Khabib, he's low center of gravity. So if he grabs Nate, it's a wrap. But Nate's a black belt. He's a black belt in jits, but. Again, to me, watching Khabib, that's a different type of strength, man.
Yeah,
he has boa constrictor strength. Hey, watching that man, I'm telling you, he gets tighter and tighter and tighter, and he just closes in on you, just smothers you. That man, that's if anyone that's ever fought before, and anyone that's ever been on their back, and had somebody on you like that, it's hard to get them off.
What you think about the Michael Chandler fight and Dan Hooker?
That was one of the earlier fights last night.
That was the co-main event.
I didn't get to see that.
Oh, you didn't get to see it?
No, I didn't get to see it, and I wish I could have saw it, because from what I understand, out of those 4 individuals that fought last night, those are the 4 top contenders.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah,
and I might have to go and review that fight again, but I very unfortunate I didn't get a chance to see that, because I was already training already. I was training my damn self. So
that's what's up. You train 3 times a day?
no, I train at least twice a day, in the morning and afternoon.
Okay. Yeah, Michael
got
Chandler.
Earlier, and that's why you see me all sweatshirted down, brother. I was training early, so gotta get it, man. You gotta keep the body in motion, even as a younger person to an older person. If you stay sitting around the house and you're not keeping your body in motion,
Mm-hmm.
It'll be just like having a Lamborghini sitting outside. If you're not driving it,
Mm-hmm.
what happens to a Lamborghini? It rusts up,
Mm-hmm.
gas evaporates, the oil
Battery,
gets bad,
yeah, all of that.
battery goes dead. It's useless. So you got a pretty car outside. So that's how I see it.
Dope. So what's you said you did some radio?
Yeah, the radio.
And I seen a video of on your Facebook of you dancing.
I mean, I b-boy. I've been b-boying ever since I was a kid. You know,
Okay.
I used to teach classes, and I used to have a b-boy crew that we would open up for rappers or rock shows, and we did that for like 10 years, man. And so I've been involved in a lot. I've been involved in hip hop all my life. So I've been a graffiti artist. I'm still a graffiti artist. I still paint.
Okay.
And man, you know, I still get down with, you know, when you see me b-boy, I still get down, and that's why I like Style Bender. Style Bender came out, you know, he came out b-boying.
Mm-hmm.
There's another UFC fighter that you see him windmilling in the ring after he wins.
Mm.
So, you know, again, I'm a big fan, but it's funny because a lot of athletic MMA fighters are good dancers. So that's and to me, fighting is like dancing. When you're in front of the person you're in front of, you guys are just like boxing. You guys are moving in sync to try to get at each other. So it's almost like getting down dancing.
That's what's up. You said you got some, so you still be painting and everything. That's what's up. You gotta show me some stuff.
Man, I got to, man. Hey, until they put me in the box, I'm gonna continue to do the things I enjoy doing.
That's what's up. And you have merch and stuff like that we can buy.
Yeah, well, we get all the merch and stuff. You know, I've ran out a lot of that stuff, but the foundation is what I'm working on right now, the Houston Alexander Foundation.
Okay.
Where right now we kind of got slowed down due to COVID, but we're going to the schools and teach the kids about hip hop culture, and you know, we're going to be doing a lot more things in the community once the epidemic kind of clears up. But you know, we've been doing stuff for the kids since 2003. And another thing that I'm doing with the foundation is I'm teaching individuals how to work out, because you know, you have older people you see at the gym who kind of roam around not knowing what they do. I like to go and teach, you know, for absolutely free. We're going to teach people how to work out.
That's what's up.
With their body types. So you might be a bigger guy, and you know, you might be your latter years, and you want to learn how to work out. Some people just don't know how to do that. You know, so I just like to go in and help out people and help them work out.
That's what's up. So the Houston Alexander Foundation. Gotcha. Is there a website or anything people can go to check that out?
HoustonAlexander.org.
Okay, that's what's up. And so what was the toughest fight you ever had?
Toughest fight I had was a guy from Minnesota. So that's easy. Guy from Minnesota, it's a heavyweight wrestler. You know, and when I was coming up, a lot of times I was fighting a lot of people twice my size. So this guy was at least 250. And for 3 rounds, you know, even though I was elbowing him and jabbing him and squabbing with him, and that's, you know, I'm taking you back when I say squab.
Squabbing, yeah.
You know, squabbing with him. This guy's holding on to me for dear life, man. And the whole time, you know, it's almost like I couldn't get clean shots because he held on to me. Wrestler from Minnesota, and he probably knows who he is. I forgot the guy's name, but yeah, he held me. I ended up winning the fight, but he ended up holding me for 3 rounds.
That's crazy.
But one of the craziest fights I had was in Des Moines, and I know the guys that were filming that night probably has this on tape somewhere. But there was a guy, big guy, that was fighting, because I would go out to Des Moines, Iowa, and fight once a week, and it was this big guy I got in the ring with. I got around this big guy. I slammed him so hard that a board in the ring crashed and broke. They had to stop the fights.
That's crazy. That's
man,
crazy.
I slammed him that hard, man. So that was back then, in the days when we can get off that.
Mm-hmm. And plus, remember, UFC started off no weight classes.
Yeah, but UFC 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
We had Steve Jenham was a guy was a police officer from Omaha who was in UFC 2.
I remember him.
UFC 2.
Mm-hmm.
And the gentleman that's currently on my coaching staff, my man Joe was out there coaching. Joe Bodler was out there coaching. Same coach from my coaching staff was out there coaching Steve when he won out there UFC 2.
Wow.
Full circle. That's crazy. Full circle.
That's dope. So I saw something on YouTube. It was this like a sports science thing where they were trying to gauge they had you punching this thing, adrenaline.
Yeah, it was like a robot dummy.
Yeah, that whole situation, like, how was that? Because that was like crazy to me. Like they had you punch it regular, and then your coach had to get you fired up, and then you punched the hell out there. I mean, like,
hey man, I'm gonna tell you something. Hey, I'm a big fan of not losing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I take losing very personal, because that's a lot of training. That's a lot of
blood, sweat, and tears.
A lot of things that you have to put on the back burner because you're into this fight. So man, I hate losing, and my coach knew exactly. Shouts out to Mick Doyle. He knew exactly how to push my buttons, man. And even afterwards, I had to calm down.
Yeah.
Because I was hot. I was mad. Even though we was filming, I was mad.
Mm-hmm. It took you a minute to calm down.
Shows you how much passion I had for it. But even now, even to this day, I have that much passion. And they had a weird angle, because I could have hit that thing harder. But what they wanted me to do, they wanted me to bring my arm a little bit down so that they could see my face when I was punching.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to bring your arms up just a little bit to get that punch up, but they had, I would have punched that thing a little harder if they would have let me bring my arms up a little bit.
I mean, it looked like you punched it hard enough. I mean,
no, brother. Hey man, I'm telling you, and they had, see now, if you see me right on camera right now, they had me have my arm down like this,
right,
when it should have been up like this, and I would have hit it just a little bit harder if it was up. But hey. That adrenaline had nothing to do with me being fired up. When I'm fired up, man, whew, boy, I'm thinking about it now, getting fired up. Come on, man.
So let's talk about something that's a little, I guess I don't know if we want to say it's serious or not. Like,
okay,
the stuff that happened we was talking on the phone a little bit about it. The stuff that happened at the Capitol.
Okay,
like, we all know that. When Black Lives Matter had the peaceful protests in front of, like, out there, they had dogs, all kind of craziness out there. I mean, and it was a peaceful protest. Trump's people were able to actually march down and go in and do whatever they wanted. You know what I mean? Like, how crazy is that? Like,
the way I see it right now, a lot of that, was World War II tactics, a lot of propaganda. Our country was built off propaganda, and free labor, and you have generations of families who have profited off propaganda, off free labor, and were taught those values, and you got a lot of people who feel what is the word I'm looking for? Entitled.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And they have no reason to feel entitled because we're all in this together, Kev. You know what I'm saying? We're all in this together. So we're all trying to provide for our families. We're all trying to take care of our kids. We're all trying to make a living, and we're all trying to live our lives to the fullest, man.
Right.
And when we watched the Capitol thing happen, we just saw a lot of contradictions, and we saw a lot of people getting led by a leader who had no morals or no values. Or when your morals and values is just you know, you're not looking out for people.
True.
You know, we are genuinely good people. I don't care if you in the mountains of Virginia or you throwing up the west side on the west coast, or you frozen tundra in South and North Dakota, or you deep in the heart of Texas. We are all in this together, man, at the end of the day. But you cannot forget the history of how this country has gotten established, and how people feel entitled, and how that entitlement has been passed down for generations. You know what I'm saying? So what you saw at the Capitol building was entitlement. And you saw people getting mad for what? Because times are changing.
Right.
Times are changing. You know, times are changing. You know, you can't get mad that times are changing. You can't get mad that you feel that a lot of people feel, oh, we're losing our country. Well, it's all of our country. You know, it's all of our country. And we all have to learn to respect each other. Once you learn how to respect each other, then we can go from there. You know what I'm saying? I respect you, you respect me, I respect your culture, respect my culture. That's it, man. It just treat each other accordingly.
Right.
That's it.
I agree. And it's crazy that some people don't operate that way. You know what I mean?
Right,
like,
hey, that's because they're still programmed, dog. Still, the people are still programmed to feel entitlement. You can't hop on a private plane to go storm a building, storm the U.S. Capitol, man. You can't do that.
Right.
You can't have a business that you got back home and storm the Capitol. Because you can storm this shit all you want. At the end of the day, there's still going to be a new president that got voted in, and it's still going to be the outgoing president is not saving nobody.
True.
He ain't pardoning nobody. Guess what? Each and every one of y'all that was in the Capitol building with facial recognition, people snitching on you, and the cameras all in the Capitol building, everybody's going to jail.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you man, that's fair. And what they did was they embarrassed us in front of the world.
Facts.
See what the Black Lives Matter movement, and I'm not talking about the organization, I'm talking about the movement, did was that, you know, we got tired of and we're still tired of Black men and women being slaughtered for not having, you didn't have a gun.
Yeah.
You know, now you talking about, and we get this argument all the time. Well, they should have complied. Well, all these people should have complied too. I didn't see anybody getting shot by rubber bullets.
They didn't have any. And you know what's crazy?
I didn't see anybody get, you know, but again, but you can't take away from the officers that were there trying to protect the people. There was a lot of people.
Right.
So, you know, I see what it is. But if you were one of the officers just letting people in, if you're one of the officers that are helping people down the stairs, and you want, come on, man. You are when they look at all those tapes, and when they finally get everybody all rounded up, you going to jail.
Here in my city, they had a protest, peaceful protest, and they shot rubber bullets at them people downtown.
See, come on, man. And there's always gonna be a contradiction, and there's always gonna be that, you know, they're taking over our country, meaning that, you know, white people are afraid that their values and their ways will be taken away from them, man. But we are a melting pot to the world. And what you did at the Capitol building, they embarrassed us in front of everybody in the world. And then on top of that, you show the terrorists how to breach the Capitol.
True.
The terrorists are going, is this all we gotta do?
Right. That was
is
easy.
That all we gotta do?
Right. They're going, that was easy.
That was the easy button right there. Where the easy button at, brother? Hold on. That was easy. That was the easy button.
That was crazy.
So let's see. But now, hopefully, this president, we got to hold him accountable, because I really do believe it was the black vote that got this man in the White House.
I agree.
And you hold this this president, this new president and vice president accountable for black situations, black problems, and because for over 200 years, they've been already doing that for other cultures in this country. Well, take care of us. We helped build this country. Take care of us, do something for us.
Yep, that's true. Last question: how you get your nickname, the Assassin?
The Assassin, Big Papa Snacky, and this Club Amnesia. Club Amnesia was a bar in Omaha, Nebraska, and a friend of mine, Ann Houston, went out to the bar and saw these guys fighting in the ring. She came and we were doing breakdancing practice at the time, and they knew I boxed and wrestled back then. So they said, "Hey, they're having these fights out at this bar. You should come out there and check it out." One night I had got off work, went up to this bar, saw that they was doing these fights, and they were having signups for people. So I brought my shorts and stuff just in case. I'm always ready. I'm always, I'm a street fighter at heart, so I was always ready. And she dared me. My friend Ann Houston dared me to get into the ring. And I'm like, wait, you can't dare me to get in the ring because I'm about this life. Lined up and got into the ring. I got into the ring with this guy, 6'3", big wrestler guy from the local college. He had won like 4 weeks in a row. And I remember back then, early 2000, you could smoke in the bar. So imagine this big ring in the middle of this bar, very smoky. And I just remember the first 2 seconds being in that fight, I hit this guy with an overhand right in his nose, and I have never seen so much blood. Okay, this guy was bleeding all over the place, and well, I think it was in like the second or third round or something like that. We couldn't finish the fight, man, because it was so smoky in that building. But after that, I think they stopped. I think they stopped it after that. But they saw me perform. The promotion asked me to come back, and I've been doing MMA ever since, because I started training with the promotion, Chad Mason Promotions, and I've been on the road ever since early 2000.
That's crazy.
So, but I got the nickname because the announcer at the time came up to me, and his name is Big Papa Snacky, and he was a great announcer. And rest in peace, because he passed a couple of years ago. And he said, "Man, you're assassinating people in the ring." He said, "That's what we're gonna call you. We're gonna call you the Assassin." I was like, "All right, that's cool with me." So your nickname is never given to you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's always somebody from the neighborhood or somebody from something that gives you the nickname. So it's been the Assassin ever since.
That's what's up. You got anything that you want to promote currently?
Oh man, well we got the Elements Live podcast that we do on Facebook, and right now we're gonna put it on all platforms, of course. But we've been having a lot of great guests on our podcast because it's a conversation just like how we have it. But we interviewed Shabba-Do, and I don't know if you know who Shabba-Do is. Shabba-Do is the guy from the movie Breaking.
Okay.
He was one of the main characters. They called him Ozone back then. But he was on our show, and 2 weeks after he was on our show, man, he had passed.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I think it was from COVID that he passed, because he had posted on Instagram, "Hey, I'm feeling a little bit under weather, but I'm good." Next day, man, they pronounced him dead. Tomorrow, because we do it every Monday between 7 and 7:30. We're gonna have Michael Jai White on tomorrow.
Word.
So he's done Spawn.
I need the plug. I need to know how
he's done Black. He's done Black Dynamite.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to get him like, look, man, I need to get in that sequel because he's doing a sequel right now. But he's been, and of course he's been in Batman. I gotta ask him, how did the Joker kill you, man? Because we didn't see how the Joker killed you.
Right.
So you gotta tell us how he killed you. So, but yeah, we got him, and then we had B-Boys, we had a lot of great people. We had Chuck Liddell.
I need the plug. How you get Chuck Liddell?
Man. Come on, man. I gotta use my swag, dog. I gotta use my swag, dog. Gotta use my swag. So
I'm using mine. That's
Yeah, man. Hey, you got me. Yeah, you got me on here. So man, hey, man, we are all on the same playing field right now, man. Everybody's doing podcasts. Everybody's trying to get their name out there. But this is the perfect time to do so, because when you look into people's homes nowadays, you can see their books, you can see their plants, you can see their pets, their kids. Because the pandemic, man, even though as bad as it's been, it's put us all on the same level playing field, man.
Right.
Where we're interacting with each other. Nobody would have done this years ago, where you would have maybe spoke to me or spoke to Michael Jai White or any of these people without having to go through agents and stuff like that. So, there's a lot of good things coming out of this situation as well. People working at home, people can, work jobs, can see that you can consistently work at home and still get the job done, and you don't need to be at your business. So, a lot of things are coming out of this, man. So that's cool. So The Elements Live, check it out on Facebook, on all social medias. You can look it under The Elements Live, man. And we're doing great things with that. The Houston Alexander Foundation, you can go check it out, HoustonAlexander.org. Any social media site, man, just check me out. I just keep everything simple. I keep everything simple, man. I keep it gangster all the time, brother. So listen, everybody, if you're real with me, I'll be real with you. You know what I'm saying? We all are in it to respect each other, and you respect me, I respect you, and we can all work together. So Kevin, I appreciate you having me on your podcast, brother.
Listen, I appreciate you doing it. Like,
well, hold on, man. You did have the window in the background earlier, so we had to straighten it out, brother. We had to straighten it out.
Yeah,
And hopefully, when next time we talk, probably even next year, hopefully Ohio State, Nebraska be better, better teams next year. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yeah. Well, you know what? O State, we right there.
Yeah, y'all, man, y'all consistently right there all the time. But hold up, but we thought y'all was going to have a drop off when Urban Meyer left, though.
Yeah, but we didn't. We ain't had no drop off.
I thought Urban Meyer was going to be coming to Nebraska, but he down with the Jaguars now.
Yeah, who's your NFL team?
Oh man, my Raiders all day.
Raiders, okay.
Raiders is my top three: Raiders, Steelers, and Dolphins.
Okay.
Those are my teams over the years. Baseball teams: Houston Astros, St. Louis Cardinals, I'm from St. Louis, and LA Dodgers. So those are easy, brother.
Okay. My team is Tennessee Titans.
As we speak, you got the Kansas City Chiefs and is it the Bills?
Yeah, Buffalo.
And then you have Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. Now, and we can kind of end it on this note. It's funny because all this time we thought that it was Belichick that was getting those teams there. Wasn't Belichick? We find out it was old ass Tom Brady.
Right.
And Tom Brady. So man, you can't be mad at Tom Brady, man. If he's illustrating these teams the way he do, I'm not mad at that, man. I'm not mad at that at all. And so
that's a fact. And if he take him if he go to the Super Bowl, that's it. And if he makes it to the Super Bowl.
But you know what? It's not going to be the quarterbacks that get him to the Super Bowl, because as a football fan, you already know what takes you to the Super Bowl. What's that?
Defense.
Defense wins championships, brother.
That's right.
Hey, that's just the bottom line. Bottom line, defense wins championships. So shouts out to all the future MMA stars, man, and all the people that are learning from us on your podcast and learning from our conversation. But if you got anything out of this, make sure you get in the gym, Make sure you train hard, or make sure you train smart, and make sure you be a good person. That's all. That's the bottom line.
That's what matters. And of course, we're gonna talk. We talking about next year. No,
man, we can talk now. We gonna talk. We can talk, man. Talk anytime. As long as you ain't got a cat shitting in the background, we good. You know what I'm saying? Don't have
no cats here.
Don't have a cat boo-boo in the background.
Yeah, no cats here. No cats at all.
Dog licking his balls in the background. None of that.
Yeah, none of that. None of that, big bro. I appreciate everything you did, man. And it was an honor, man. For real.
Hey, man. I appreciate you, man. Hey, level playing field, brother. Level playing field, just like that.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. This is the Happy Hour with Lito podcast. Houston Alexander.
You got the first round in the happy hour?
I got you.
You got the first round?
I got you.
Hey, man, Crown Apple, brother.
Crown Apple. I need Duce, but that's just me. I'm just saying.
There we go.
All right. Peace out.
Peace out. Praise, brother.